This BB26 house is full of drama queens, varsity players versus JV players, and there was some tugging going on in a tent. We have a lot to talk about for Big Brother 26 spoilers, so smash that like. Hopefully, you're wearing something comfy, grab a beverage, and let's get started.
If you like what you see, come and get it with me. I know you deserve all you want, 'cause your heart's made of gold, but don't wait till you're old. If you want it, I get you some.
Welcome to the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. Welcome to the BB Breakdown with Joleen. That's me. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel for the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. That's me, stand-up comedian and Big Brother superfan Joleen Lunzer, here to break it all down for you. We talk live feed spoilers from BB26. We roast it, we recap it. I take a comedic look. Just a reminder, I am very opinionated, but that does not mean you have to have the same opinion as me. We can agree to disagree as long as we're respectful to each other.
Who is she? Who is she? Who is she? Where did you find her?
Where did you find her? In a gutter. All right, you guys. Welcome, 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 welcome. Happy Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? It feels like we've had a full week of Big Brother. And it's only Tuesday. Yes, it's Tuesday. But first, as Julie Chen says, make sure you guys smash that like, subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to support the channel further, you can always send a super chat while we're live. You can send a super thanks after the video post. Thank you to those of you who have done that. I appreciate it. I got some super thanks yesterday. Thank you so much. Otherwise, you can consider joining my YouTube membership or my Patreon, because on Mondays, we have exclusive bonus content, the H of H with me, where we get a little more, personal about the game. My recap's a little longer. And yesterday we had a fun one. It was 2 hours and we dropped the link and we had some special guests. So if you want to come up and we can talk Big Brother, join me Mondays at 4 if you are a member on YouTube or a Patreon supporter.
You know, it was really fun to see him win H of H, and sort of get his, to hear he's in it.
H of H, like the great Jerry O'Connell, the super fan of all super fans for Big Brother. H of H, H of H. Thank you, Jan. Jan says H of H is great. Okay. And thank you to those of you. I got some Venmo. I got a Venmo. No, I got a couple of Venmos and I got a Cash App and I got a couple PayPals. So thank you. And all the information you need if you are interested in any of the things I mentioned is in the description for the video. However, you don't have to do any of those things. They're just there if you want to. Thank you, Laura, for becoming a YouTube member. Laura, thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. Welcome, welcome. I believe Laura from the Australia. Or do we have about Dina Bawajai? Nina the Bawajai. Okay, I'll stop, Laura. I apologize. Okay. Amy, thank you for asking. Dave is doing excellent. We already took a walk, went to the dog park. We've had snacks. He's killing it on the potty training. He's doing so good. So we're all very proud of our new rescue tripod, Dave Dog Millionaire. Okay. Dave Dog, aka Dave Dog Millionaire, aka the Perito Burrito. All right. So thank you for asking. Messy is better says, I don't know how to join the membership. Well, let me make it easier. I should probably drop a link for you guys. I'm just like, hey, yeah, I have a membership, but you're probably like, where's the freaking link? Okay. Invite viewers to join your channel. Here is the link to join the membership. If you're interested, here you go. I will put it right in the chat. And yes. Okay. There you go. Hopefully it, let's see if it posts there. Yes, there you go. If you click that, you can join. Oh, Atharella, yours is so much prettier. Mine is all UC9Y, and Atharella, shout out to my mods, are so much better. Thank you, mods. Ramona, thank you for this first super chat of the live. Ramona says, I found it so disrespectful when Chelsea and Rubina would refer to Angela as girl. Maybe I'm just old fashioned and believe in respect. Yeah, I think, younger generation, I don't know how old you are, Ramona. But I think that's more of a term of endearment, like girl. And it's also, it can be, doesn't even matter on gender. You can be like girl, but some people might be like, I'm not a girl, not yet a woman. Okay. So, but I think it's probably more of a term. It's just a generational thing, maybe, Ramona. But yeah, I think like girl is like respect, because I say it. I'll be like, girl. I'll even say it to my mom sometimes. And sometimes my mom will say it back to me. She'll be like, girl. So yeah, I think it is just that. But thank you for the super chat and thank you for your thoughts, because we're always open for discussion over here. All right, you guys, we got to talk about what's going on the Big Brother live feeds. Yesterday, when I left you, all right, big things were happening. All right, we have obviously T-Core is the HOH. T-Core originally put Cam, MJ, and Tucker on the block. Cam won the power veto. So yesterday, Monday, Cam, obviously, I shouldn't say obviously, because in this game, you can, this season, you can use the POV on other people. So like Tucker did with Angela, and she was like, oh, you're my God now. But Cam used the power veto on himself, took himself off the block. There was so much scrambling, gambling going on. T-Core was unsure whether she should put up Leah. She was unsure whether she should put up Angela, because Angela kind of made, and by kind of, I mean, made herself a target again, because Angela didn't get any sleep. She was like, no, sleep, because she got a punishment during the power veto ceremony, which turned her into Walter White. And oops, okay, there we go. There she is, little Angela. And so she was sleep deprived. She has been getting to know Leah a little more. Oops, let me add that. And I speculated that her love of like Leah just came from the fact that she has all these blonde daughters at home. I think she has like 3, definitely 2, maybe 3 blonde daughters of her own. And Leah's a blonde, and Leah, Leah will talk to her, and she's like, I love Leah. So then she was trying to save Leah's game. She started to get sus of Tucker. Okay, so this is all prior to yesterday's POV ceremony. And since she was sus of Tugger, well, okay, we'll talk about Tuggers later. There is a Tugger in the house, and we will talk about it. But she was starting to feel, weird about Tucker because of this, her lack of sleep, and also the Tubina of it all. The romance, the showmance of all showmances, that is very much showmancing now, is out, because the AI instigator, aka Tucker, he I mean, everybody knew, but he basically used one of his instigation things to say Pentagon forever. And he had Quinn say it in a deep fake. So AI Quinn came on the screen and said, I saw Tucker and Rubina holding hands under the covers. They are in a showmance. We should have got Rubina out when we had a chance. Pentagon forever. I thought it was Joseph. We found out in Sunday night's episode. It's Tucker. So this has caused Angela to go into, she's Angelaing. We talked about it yesterday. So yesterday I had a very dramatic parody act out of Angela being called out by Tucker, because Angela went to MJ and Leah and Quinn and was trying to rally the troops against Tucker, even though Tucker has included her in the 6th Avenue. She was like, I don't trust him. And Leah and MJ are feeling that too. They tried to get close to Tucker, and they were up in the HOH room with him, but Tucker doesn't particularly, he kind of humored them. And ultimately this coming out of Tubina made all the ladies be like, anyways, she's over. So Angela was making moves against Tucker. She wanted to turn on Tucker. She wanted to turn on 6th Avenue, and she wants to save Leah from being the replacement nom. Well, obviously the information got back to Tucker because it got to Kimo and T-Core via Quinn, who is the rattiest rat that ever ratted, which that's a strategy, but he's the rattiest rat that ever ratted. Okay. So, and then MJ, I believe as well, shared some of the information. So Tucker didn't believe it at first. We talked about this. Then he believed it. He needs to be told a couple times. He's like, no, I am not the least bit intimidated by Angela. And are you sure it's not Quinn? I'm pretty sure. Do you want me to, should I punch Quinn? Is it Quinn? And they're like, no, Quinn told us. He's like, yeah, but it could still be Quinn setting up Angela and even Rubina. the one he with, she's like, that doesn't make any sense. And he's like, it makes sense to me. And finally, he's like, let me confront Angela. Angela admitted to it yesterday, you guys. And we had the dramatic act out of Angela being like, Tucker, what was I supposed to do? Of course, we have a final 2, or, we were going to take each other. You're going to take me to jury or 3 or whatever we agreed upon. And obviously, you're not going to pick me over Rubina. Oh, I know I would pick Chuck over you, even though Chuck, when I get home, I need to work on Chuck's hygiene. Angela shared a lot about Chuck. I feel really bad for Chuck because she is just dragging Chuck in these Big Brother streets. She's like, oh, God, don't even get me started on Chuck. He's got these feet. They're like, I don't know if it's his nails or if it's the calluses, but he becomes like Gollum at night. He's like, my precious. And then he like scrapes up our sheets. And every time I put the sheets on, I have to make sure Chuck's side, because his side is the ratty side, because his feet are all gnarled and they make holes in the sheets. I'm like, what the? Is Chuck a werewolf? What's happening to Chuck? Chuck's going through the change. And Angela's like, when I get home, I'm going to have to talk to Chuck about his hygiene. He's stinky. He's a stinky man. We've been together so long. And I really wanted to use my hall pass. So Angela is like, I would pick Chuck, obviously, in this game over anybody, unless Cam wants to. And then maybe not. So Angela's like, Tucker, obviously, you're going to pick Rubina. You're having the intercourses with her. We all sell the box of condoms. So this open box of condoms, now the Showmance being out in the open, Angela's like, I am so stupid to believe that Tucker would take me and protect me. Because, so she's like, we need to have sex, Tucker. Or, no, she didn't say that, but that would have been funny. Been like, prove it to me, Tucker. Sleep with me. Sleep with me tonight. Sleep with me one time. Now that would be some interesting Big Brother. Prove it means nothing. And Tucker's like, listen, me and Rubina are like brothers. It's just a thing in here. It's just a sisterly kind of thing in here. All right. I'm still going to put you. No, I can't believe that. So he's like, I can't believe you will go against me, Angela. And he got up, and he was just like, I can't believe it. I've had your back, dog. Come on, dog. I'm from Boston, dog. Come on, Angela. And Angela's like, I can't believe you. So they had this very dramatic, breakup. Very, very just, so go back to yesterday's live if you want to check out the full act out, because it was something. All right. Very entertaining. And he was in the bathroom the whole time. Chelsea's in the crapper, just like, oh my God, let me just take notes on the toilet paper here. Chelsea comes out and she washed her hands for 7 hours, just listening, like, okay, tell me more. And finally, Angela's like, I don't want to speak while someone else is here. No offense, Chelsea. Chelsea's like, oh yeah, I mean, I already got everything I need, so thank you. So then, obviously, not obviously. Also, there's been a push by Joseph and Quinn are simping very hard for Leah. They follow Leah around the house, and Leah's like, I love this. Like, okay, you guys want to hear another story? Let me tell you a story. Okay, so like, I love bikinis. Okay, but like, I don't love I do love the triangle ones. I feel like they're kind of vintage. The halter ones aren't my favorite. I will wear them. And a bottom with ties on the side. I feel like that's very 90s. And me and my friends, let me tell you about my friends. Oh my God, we are so funny. When I'm VIP cocktail waitressing in Miami, we just oh my God. Okay, so let me start from the beginning. When I started working let me start from the beginning of that. When I was in let me actually start from when I was in kindergarten. Let me start. When I was a baby, let me start. Okay. When I was a zygote, my parents, they knew they wanted a fun baby. Okay. And then I was born. I obviously was a fun baby. So Leah's just has someone to talk at, and they're like, and Joseph's like, yeah, Leah, even though I said I wouldn't vote for you if you're up against Tucker, I'm going to protect you. Yeah. So Joseph's going around the house like, I think Leah's actually not bad for people's games. She's not. She's pretty cool. I mean, yeah, she's pretty cool. I'm playing a Dr. Will game. That's my thing. Only I don't remember Dr. Will doing what I'm doing, but yeah, I'm definitely doing that. Yeah, I really, I like her. And Quinn's like, oh, have you said bad stuff about me? And Leah's like, oh my God, I would never. Like, I would not do that. I would not. And nobody has told Quinn his friends need to have a conversation with him, pull him aside and be like, Quinn, she's not that into you. She hates you, actually. She says you're creepy. She says you followed her to the bathroom. She doesn't like you like that. But Leah continues to just have these dudes on lock. Like, she's manipulating them, which more power to Leah for that. Get it, girl. And they're just like, we're going to be on Rob as a podcast. They're going to interview us. And I'm like, I don't think Taryn is excited to interview either of you. I imagine, because this is pretty horrendous gameplay. Yeah. So they're just following Leah around. Leah's like, So they're really pushing for Leah to be safe. We got to keep Leah in the game. And I feel like if I was in T-Core's position, I'd be like, and then Angela's pushing for Leah to be safe. How come all these hoes want Leah to be safe? That's what I would think. And I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna put Leah on the block. Plus, she hasn't seen the block. Plus, is her, she's got some game, obviously. Socializing with, even though she hasn't been invited to any of the alliances. And she's like, I don't even need an alliance, because like I play this game with like integrity. Ugh, she keeps talking about integrity. So they're protecting Leah. So ultimately, T-Core decides to put Angela up as a replacement. She's like, Angela can be the pawn. Now I have 2 pawns from my alliance. Okay. And I can't even for sure say who T-Core's target is. I think it's MJ now, but I honestly, I don't know. It's ever this season, this cast is ever changing. So, Angela goes up and Angela's like, Angela actually tells T-Core, if you have to put me up, oh my God. Because when she gets in the fight with Tucker says, you got to go make it right with T-Core. You're out here. Listen, I have done so much for you, bitch. He doesn't call her bitch. I just did that for fun. I have done so much for you. Okay. So you go make it right with T-Core. You go up there and then you talk to her, because you're going to go on the block. If you don't, you're going to go on the block. Now, Tucker really wants Leah out. Tucker's like, please just give me Leah. Put Leah on the block. Please put Leah on the block as a replacement. Angela, yes. Is she blowing up my game? Yes. Is she saying we're in a final 2? I'm claiming we're not. Yes. But I still want Leah out. So Angela goes up, has a conversation with T-Core, and she's like, what was I supposed to think, T-Core? Of course he's having intercourse in your bed, in this bed that you're sleeping in, with Rubina. So of course I was thinking that, I just thought I couldn't trust him. But if you have to put me up, you can put me up. Where do I fit in? Where do I belong? Okay, what was I made for? Then she started singing Billie Eilish's song from the Barbie movie. It was dramatic, all right? So Angela is just like, if you have to. So of course, T-Core thinks, all right. And she explains it later in the day that when she was thinking of who she was going to have as a replacement, Angela or Leah, who she narrowed it down to, she felt uneasy about Leah, but she felt good in her gut putting Angela up there. Oh boy. So now Angela is officially on the block with Tucker and MJ. Whoever wins the AI arena obviously will take themselves off. And whoever doesn't, the 2 of them will be up for eviction on Thursday. Tucker is big mad. Okay. After T-Core's renom, he's like, that's it. I'm done. Okay. I feel like I'm varsity and everyone's playing JV. I'm done with this shit. I'm out of here. He lays in his room. Rubina has to go in and like kiss his leg and listen to him. And Rubina is clearly like, come on. He's like, no, you know what? No, I just want to go home. I miss my dog. Okay. Nobody wants to play the freaking game. I've done so much for people. I gave T-Core $5,000. I took Angela off the block. Everything I do is for other people. And I am not the least bit intimidated by it. So Tucker is just like, he's mad. People are not playing the game the way he thinks the game should be played. He's mad. He's like, all I wanted was Leah on the block. And you guys can't even, I'm done, dog. I'm done. Rubina's like, don't say that. Don't. Please don't leave. But you can tell she's kind of like, oh boy. So he's ready to quit again. We know he does not want to go to jury. He has said that many times. He's like, I don't care if they take my money. I just want my freaking dog, y'all. My ex-girlfriend has my dog. Yeah, she's got my dog. And I'm afraid that she might not give it back, dog. So there was a lot of talk during the day about this dog and him and the ex-girlfriend sharing custody, but really he had custody, but she might take custody back, but she might be allergic to the dog's saliva. Sometimes she might hold the dog against him. He's talking like maybe she's like a psycho. I was like, okay, that's too much. I did do a little creeping on Instagram, and we talked about this in the H of H members only live yesterday. And I did find his ex-girlfriend. I did see she does have possession of said dog, Ziggy. Okay. I don't want to jump on Tucker's narrative that she's some kind of, person that would hold the dog against him, because I don't know this woman. All right. And I don't know what I believe. But she is caring for the dog. But I think there's more to this dog story. This is the dog. Ziggy is like the reason for the season. Tucker, I think it's more than just missing him, because Tucker is talking about she might keep the dog. I think he's afraid of losing custody of the dog, of Ziggy. It's like, oh, okay. So there's something more to this. Again, I don't know, because it's brought up, but I just had to go check it out. I think I found the woman. Very beautiful. Definitely, she's got, like he said, the shorter, petite, curly hair. Messy is better. Thank you for becoming a YouTube member. Appreciate that. So, justice for the dogs and the dogs. So Ziggy might be in a damn custody battle. So I think there's more to it than just, I miss my dog. I think he's genuinely worried that this dog, he's never going to see this dog again. Okay. Oh my God. Finally, it has happened to me right front of my face, and I just cannot hide it. Sorry, a Big Brother break to say, bravo, breaking news alert. According to Stephen, TMZ just reported Brittany Cartwright has filed for divorce from Jax Taylor. Blessed be. No one should marry that man, allegedly, in my opinion. That's all I'm saying. Everything I say is true, except for the parts that are false. Everything is for entertainment purposes only. But good for you, Brittany. Go get your life. Okay, we'll talk about that. I got to do a no offense, all offense now. Yes, go back to H of H, Kara, and you will you can see exclusively the girlfriend in question, the ex-girlfriend. So the dog. So Tucker's in his fifis. He's feeling all the feelings. He's like, I'm just going home, dog. I'm just leaving. He's mad. And Quinn tries to talk to him. Quinn comes in with some dad jokes. Quinn's like, his sense of humor is like, look, I'm going to pretend to run into the wall. And I'm like, ugh. I know I'm probably not being fair to Quinn, but I'm just like Trey annoyed with Quinn sometimes. I'm like, can't we put Quinn on the block? Can't Quinn be the replacement? I'm so bored with Quinn. I just don't understand the purpose of Quinn. That's just my opinion. Feel free to have yours in the chat. Okay. So Rubina says, I think you should talk to Tikor. Tikor's upset. She just feels bad. Tikor didn't want to win this HOH. She's in a great spot socially in the game. Everyone feels good with Tikor. People were so proud of her. They were crying tears of joy when she won. They were more happy for her than she was, because she's like, oh shit, now I got to put people on the block. So she's not sure if she made the right decision. She says she just kind of trusted her gut and how it felt. And do I wish she would have put Leah up? Yeah, I do. But it's Tikor's game. Okay. So, and Angela offered, and Angela blew up her game. So I kind of, this is what happens. It's ever moving. It's very fluid. Pamela B, thank you so much for the super chat. Pamela says, for a treat for Dave Dog. Aw, Diamond Dave in the house. Thank you, Pamela. That's so sweet of you. He will be so happy. He loves treats. That's probably his favorite thing. That and his brother Teddy, who he won't stop kissing on the mouth. And Teddy has to go. He lets him, and then Teddy goes, argh. And I'm like, okay, back up. So Rubina's like, go talk to Tikor. Tikor's upset. So finally, Tucker goes upstairs to talk to Tikor, and they engage in the longest hug in the history of hugs. We talked about this yesterday on the members, on the H of H, but this was Such a long hug. Tikor is visibly upset. Tucker, are you mad at me? And Tucker's like, no, I'm not mad. It's just, come here. I don't want you to feel bad. I am not the least bit intimidated by putting Leah up. I just thought you could do it, but hey. So they hug and she's like, I'm sorry. I did not want to hurt anyone's feelings. And he's like, it's okay. And then they hug and they go, and it's like that kind of hug. And it's 7 hours long. I think they're still hugging and he's rubbing her back and he's using that Tucker mist, that power. Tucker's power lies in his abs and his like, don't stay away from me. I'm trouble kind of guy thing that he does. And his hugs. He's like, he smells Rubina's ears regularly. They have an ear smelling thing. And so now he's putting it on Tikor and Tikor's like, and he's just caressing her. And I was like, okay, wrap it up. Let's see. Let's give him the light. Hi, we're done here. It made me uncomfortable. And that, we talked about this a little yesterday on the members live. That is probably me and my Midwestern upbringing, but I feel as though you should not, this is sex to me. You know, that is just how I see it. If you hug someone for that long, you might get pregnant. That's how I was raised. Okay. Blame Nana. It's a lot. And we've seen a lot of long hugs, but this is the longest hug that I ever hugged. It's just hugging too much. And the rubbing and the, unless we're genital bumping, I can't hug you for this long, or unless you're my dog. Okay. It was very intimate. There was the pheromones. Anna says, I feel trapped and I wasn't even there. Yeah. I kind of feel a shortness of breath, when I see stuff like this, and it just kept going. And I'm like, oh, geez, Louise, okay. I got stuff to do. 2025 is right around the corner. Let's wrap it up. So finally they stopped hugging. And now all is right in the world. Eventually, Tucker decides he's going to stay in the game. Because before he was like, I'm leaving. I'm going to throw the AI arena. Okay. I always do things for other people, Rubina. Your game will probably be better without me here. We got to get maybe a Tucker hat on. Your game will probably be better without me here, Rubina. Okay. Seriously. I'm the type of guy. I love my dog. I love doing stuff for other people. That's how I am, dog. Okay. I'm a dog's dog. And Rubina's like, okay, but I don't want you to go. And he's like, well, I don't want to go. And they do baby talk to each other. And finally, after he says, he's going to sacrifice himself, he even tells Angela later in the night that he'll probably just give her the AI arena. Dog, I'm probably just going to let you do the AI arena, dog. I'm probably just going to do that. And Angela's like, you better not. So Angela and Tucker do talk a few more times. So after the confrontation in the bathroom, obviously didn't go the best, but Angela did admit, yeah, I did turn on you and I am coming for you because you're having intercourse with Rubina and I can't compete with that. I know when I throw it down for Chuck, I have to do it regularly so he doesn't stray, because we have memberships to Costco and Sam's Club and there are lots of ladies there, good looking ladies in Utah. And so if I don't throw it down regularly, I'm afraid his eyes are going to wander. So I lay it down for Chuck. I'm good at the sex. And so Angela, later in the day, she's got her favorite blouse on, her flowy kimono and her white shorts and her white Birkenstocks and her white hair. And she heads up there and she runs into Tucker. She says she didn't know he was underneath the blanket, but there he was. Oh, hanging out with his fish friends, one of which I think was dying. Hopefully it lived. I don't know. I'm not following up, but God bless Mr. Fishy. Hopefully you're well. And Angela wants to talk to Tucker. And Tucker's like, I do not. Angela, leave me alone. And she's like, Tucker, who, they're talking about, who he said something to, she said something to this. And it's quite comical because he's like, Angela, she's like, just so you know, Tucker, I am not mad at you. And he goes, well, I'm mad at you. And she's like, okay, well, I'm not mad at you. And he's like, Angela, I'm leaving. And he leaves. He walks away in his little unitard with his little shorts, with his little space helmet. And Angela follows behind. I'm not mad at you, Tucker. Just so you know, I'm not mad at you. And he's like, leave me alone. I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at you. I'm not mad at you. And so they have the, I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at you. He feels as though he's done so much for Angela, but we know Angela's going to Angela. It must be exhausting to be the house guest, to have to deal with that. Because you think you're good. You're like, okay, you literally told us to add you to our alliance. You came up here and you're like, hi, it's I just want to be in it. I just want a little taste. You can put me on the bottom. You can put me on the bottom of the cart. Let me drag across the tar. I don't care. I just want to be included. And they do that. And then she says, I feel like I'm on the bottom. Yes, you said you would be on the bottom. Okay. So Tucker's like, even though you did that, I still didn't even want you to be put up. I still didn't want you gone, dog. I'm not the least bit intimidated by this shit. I play this game differently. I'm varsity. They're JV, dog. So Angela follows him down the stairs because that's going to alleviate the problem. Just like, well, I just want you to know I'm not mad. It's not the best when someone clearly is trying to walk away from you for you to follow them. Well, just so you know, I am not mad. And he's like, but I am. Give me some space. Okay, but I want you to know that I am not mad. I'm fine. But she's clearly not, fine. Finally, later in the day, she's Angeline. She's starting to think about, oh, did I blow up my game again? She's like Urkel. Did I do that? If you guys remember, shout out to Family Matters. Did I do that? She always has a moment where she perks back up. And she's like, did I do that? Oh, I did that, didn't I? So she's talking to Kimo on the hammock. Kimo's laying there just like thinking about Tucker's boner. And here comes Tucker walking over. And she's like, and Tucker's like, okay, I'm going to bed. Good night, Kimo. Kimo's like, I love you. And they hug. And then Angela's like, and he gives like Angela a hug. And then she's like, I'm sorry, Tucker. I'm so sorry. And he's like, it's okay, Angela. She's like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I did a boo-boo. So again, Tucker is just, you can tell he's like, I don't know what to believe anymore. You're too flippity-floppity for me. Okay. And I'm flippity floppity too, but you're flippity floppity. So he walks away. She's like, I'm so sorry, Tucker. I'm so sorry. And he goes, it's okay. I don't even know. I might throw the AI arena to you. And she goes, don't you dare, Tucker. Don't you dare. Don't you dare, Tucker. And he's like, okay, I'm going to bed. So he heads in. And then Angela looks at Kimo, who's like, I wish I was having sex with Tucker. Allegedly. These are all his alleged thoughts. And she says, oh, Kimo, I really did it this time. Why am I such a silly woman? Why am I such a dumb woman? She calls herself like a stupid woman or a dumb woman. I'm just like, oh my God. And he's like, it's okay. It happens. She's like, oh, I'm so silly. I'm such a silly woman. I've really screwed up in this game. And then she stands up in her hood and she's like, I've really screwed up in this game. And I didn't want to screw up in this game. And then Chuck's going to watch. And he's probably ripping holes in all the sheets with his sharp heels. And he's probably not even washing his balls properly. And I really screwed up, you guys. I did. Kimo's like, it's okay, Angela. Everything will be fine. So Angela is having her, did I do that? She never feels safe. She's very paranoid. She, I understand maybe, going after obviously Tucker eventually, but not before the POV ceremony where you could be a nominee. And not maybe think about like you're trusting Quinn with information. He doesn't like you. You guys had a whole blow up in a thing. But Angela is going to Angela, and that's what we know. And it's going to be entertaining, and it's going to be not the best strategy. And if you align with her, and she says, all I want is just a bacon, lettuce, and avocado sandwich. And then she has bacon, lettuce, and avocado sandwich. She's still going to find a way to put bacon, avocado, the BLTA sandwich on blast. I might have wanted that, but I wanted it sooner, and it didn't come. And so I don't trust it. So that's just Angela is going to Angela. Ezra, thank you for the super chat. Ezra says, Kimo will not be pleased that T-Core beat his hugging record with Tucker. Don't tell him. He's going to be upset. My husband in the chat says, what's anarchist? I can't even read. Anarchist for Angela. At first I thought it said Antichrist. I was like, dang, Chell. Anarchist for Angela. We had dudes for Kenny, dudes. And then we have anarchist for Angela. And then he had QAnon for Quinn, I think was Chell. Let's see what you guys are saying. Sharon says, Angela needs someone to walk up to her and slap her across the face, like in the movies, and say, step out of it. Or in like 90s sitcoms, or throw some water in her face, like a cup of water, like, wake up. And she'd be like, oh, did I make a boo-boo? She's just, this is Angela. And I still don't think Tucker wants her out of the house. So, like I said, eventually Tucker's like, I'm going to stay in the game. And we're all like, yay, quit quitting, quit saying that, go to jury, play the game, stop it, Tucker, okay? Because if you leave before jury, or you quit and not go to jury when you're supposed to, the whole legacy you keep telling us you're leaving behind goes to doo-doo, because you'll just be known as a quitter, okay? Ronald says, I hope MJ leaves on Thursday. Me too, only because I don't want to lose Angela and Tucker right now. This has been too entertaining. They're such dramatic, silly people, okay, who both think that they're in the right, and they're not. Jim, same. I think a lot of people feel that way. I love Tucker, Jim says, but also over him. Yes. There's things about Tucker that are like so entertaining, but how many times can I hear how good you are at everything? He's just like, and then I'm also a chiropractor, and then I'm also got hit by a car on the way to acting, and I still went to acting class because I'm just a different breed, Rubina. I do stuff for other people, dog. I'm always doing stuff. Yes, I'm a model. I am, but I'm also a lawyer. I'm a CIA agent. Okay, I'm an actor. Now, conversations are had with Rubina throughout the day. Speaking of Tucker's acting, Rubina's starting to doubt Tucker and the legitimacy of their showmance and feelings. Yeah, if I have to hear Tucker say one more time, to thine own self be true, I'm like, okay, Tuck, we get it. Keep causing chaos. Keep doing this game the Tucker way. Love it. But to thy own self be true, dong. To thy own self be true. Yes, sir. I agree. To thy own self be true. And to thy own self crack thy own neck and not the necks of others. Because Big Brother didn't like that when you're doing that to Rubina. Because you could kill her. Okay. So Rubina is talking to MJ. MJ is motivated. MJ is like, okay, I don't know what's going on in this game. Like, I don't have the slightest idea. I have moments of slight clarity. And then, I was supposed to be in a romance, showmance week 1. So I don't really know what's going on. But I think the boys are working together. So MJ is hell-bent on still, going, think about this. Okay, Rubina. Okay, first of all, Tucker said you were like a sister to him. Yeah, that's what he said. Rubina's like, yeah, I've heard. Yeah, I know. He said that stuff before. Okay, I'm just telling you that. Also, think about this. Why would he go and protect Quinn? Huh? And why did Cam win the POV over Tucker? Obviously, he threw it to Cam. They're working together. The boys, minus Kimo, I think she said minus Kimo, are working together. Now, in MJ's defense, okay, and I'll only say this once, that's probably believable with this group of people. Because why did he protect Quinn? And there are certain things, and there are certain, Joseph and Tucker are working together. Tucker does want to bro out with Cam. He really does. Some of the women got in the way of that for him. So, okay. So she's like, obviously, there's a guy alliance. I am a physical beast. I played volleyball 1 semester. Okay. Jump set, spiking your face, Tuck. All right. I tried to get close to Tucker for 2 weeks. Yeah, I tried. But obviously, now I know. He's just not that into me. And I'm not that into him. All right. Do you have a final 2 with Tucker, Rubina? Rubina's like, do you? And MJ's like, no, I did mention something. I did say to him. I said, Tucker, we have a lot in common, because I believed him when he said, we're the same. We both have no one in this game. But it turns out he has a million alliances. And that's what we were saying, or I was saying, maybe some of you as well, when Tucker was going around trying to get MJ and others to believe, I am a solo dolo. I'm in this game alone, dog. Nobody's doing nothing for me. I don't care. I will win my way to the end. I will dig a hole in this place, okay? I will do whatever I gotta do, dog. But then in the next breath, as he's saying this, he would then talk about groups he was invited to or groups he was in, as all the alliances this season have been basically blown up. So I was always wondering, is MJ ever going to catch on to the fact that I know that she wants to believe they're in the same boat, especially after She was put on the block. And Tucker said, it wasn't supposed to be you. It was supposed to be Cedric. She wants to believe that her and Tucker are the same, but you're not the same. Tucker has had ample opportunity. If anything, in the beginning, he was telling people, I'm just not ready to align, dog. But people wanted to align with him more than MJ. You know, she was with Matt doing her showmance thing. She didn't really know about the game. And she never really progressed out of that, in my opinion. So finally, MJ's like, yeah, he's like tricking us because he's working with people. Yes. He's got people. He's not like me. I have nobody. Nobody wants to align with me. Nobody wants to work with me. And you see like MJ and Leah talking about how all these alliances, they keep coming out like through things of Angela, and everybody's blowing up alliances and they're never in it. And you would think they would say, maybe we should work together. But no, they're frenemies. They're too competitive with each other. So they're maybe slowly starting to figure that out. And by them, I mean Cam and Chelsea talking about maybe bringing them into something to kind of, counteract what's going on the other side of the house. But nothing that I know of has been solidified. So MJ's really pushing to Rubina like, he's a liar. He lied. I'm pretty sure he lied. Yeah. And that's fine. I get it. You're with it. That's fine. But I want a girl to win. And I'm like, since when? There was like a little talk about girls working together during Chelsea's HOH, but you guys really haven't done anything more than that other than Brooklyn being called out by Kenny or Brooklyn calling out Kenny for saying she was the leader of some girls alliance. So now MJ's like, yeah, I'm all in. I'm all in for the girls. And Rubina's starting to think, well, maybe me too. Because I don't know. Angela's saying she's a final two with Tucker. Tucker's doing all this stuff around the house. I don't know if it's real with us. He kind of recently, it seemed like, in my opinion, was doing like a soft launch of a breakup with her. Like, okay, even if we're outside of the house, you know what's going to happen? I don't know. I don't want to be, no pressure, right? And no matter what, we'll be best friends. And the last thing a 35-year-old woman who's had sex with you wants to hear is, this might not work out, but we'll be best friends. I have enough friends. I'm 35. I got to the big old age of 35, which is still very young, but I've kissed enough frogs. I don't want to be best friends with people I've slept with in my 30s and 40s. Okay. No, thank you. I'm sure some people will be like, well, I have that. Well, that's all fine and dandy, Randy. But for the most part, when someone has feelings and is sleeping with a woman is sleeping with you, the last thing she wants to hear in what's supposed to be the, romantic early stage is, if it doesn't work out, we can just like be dogs, dog. No, I'm not your dog. I mean, So, my husband just saying, Jolene, you can be my best friend. Well, now we're married and we're best friends. Okay. And we got that shit on paper. Okay. We locked it in, and now it'll take a long time to ever break that. So don't even try. Don't even try. Yes, MJ. Yeah, basically it's Rubina that he's going to be the death of her, like in this game, and who maybe in life, who knows? Okay. And so Rubina's starting to be like, oh my God. So she talks to T-Core and she's like, maybe we do need to do a girls thing. So now a girls thing is floating around, but sans Angela, because again, you can't really include Angela because she could be like, yes, women. I love women. Women are the best. I love women. Sometimes I wish Chuck was a woman. Maybe then he would wash his fucking feet or go get pedicures with me where they use the pummel stone or what's it called on his heel. I never met a woman that could cut me with her heel, but I've met a man. His name is Chuck. Chuck D and the dirty feetsies. Yeah. But you can't include her because in the next minute she'll be like, I feel like because I'm older and I'm 51, which isn't that old, but I keep saying it's really old, but it is different than 30s and 20s. I can't trust you guys. You bitches are bad. I'm in an alliance with the women and I don't want to be. Can I be in an alliance with the boys? And then she would blow it up. Okay. Yes, Sonora. She said she labeled her side of the sheet so she knows how to lay it when she makes the bed because Chuck is, he's got Freddy Krueger feet. Chuck has Freddy Krueger feet. I've never heard of this I didn't know this was possible. I'm going to start praying every day, thanking the Lord that my husband doesn't have Freddy Krueger feet. Okay. And Chuck, you should be doing yard work and the carpet and, make sure you're talking to all the kids. So it's April says off the rails, Angela. That's her new nickname for real. That's like, it should be her nickname. Okay. So a girl's thing is starting to form. Rubina's really feeling some type of way. She feels like MJ's put ideas in her head now and doubts. Joseph as well. She's hearing, that Joseph is, he's acting as though Rubina, the way he's talking, Rubina's interpreting it as like, she's so lucky to be with Tucker. So there's something in Rubina, obviously, which I think is present in a lot of people, and unfortunately a lot of women, and especially a lot of women in LA, is we're not encouraged to have self-worth, especially after 30. Oh, damn, you're dead, So she's 35 now and in LA, and, Tucker is like, everyone's in love with Tucker in the house. Joseph's in love with him. Kimo's in love with him. Angela used to be in love with him. MJ and Leah took their shot. Everyone's shooting their shot with Tucker. To extend, Quinn's in love with them. And so Rubina's like, oh, am I not good enough? So she's starting to doubt herself and feeling like he is an actor. Maybe he is, just like he's playing me. So now this is in Rubina's head. Her and Tucker do have quite a few conversations throughout the day. They end up like cuddling. They even kiss. They give the smoochies. They French right outside the HOH room for the other house guests to watch, because Joseph. I won't be surprised if Joseph got a little cuck tendencies in him, allegedly, obviously for entertainment purposes only. But Joseph's like, oh, and Quinn's like, oh, they just really were popping boners for this kiss. And they did it a couple times, and Tucker flipped off them and the camera, and then Rubina did, and it was a whole thing like, and in a regular, or I shouldn't say regular, in what we normally see on Big Brother, this would probably be something you wouldn't want to keep promoting the Showmance. You should be a target. If there's a Showmance, I'm going to break you up and I'm going to get you out if I'm playing the game. Okay? Because once it's very hard to break something like that up, but instead they're just really celebrating it. So her and Tucker throughout the day, they're just kind of cuddling, they're talking, do a little baby talk. He's like, oh, you smell he's like, I am not the least bit intimidated by your ear, but I am smelling your ear. And she's like, hey, smell my ear. He's like, I smell your ear. This house is full of baby talk. Now I know I would be lying if I said me and Hype Man Husband Shell didn't talk to each other in silly ways when we're alone. But we're alone. Sometimes friends are around, so I apologize to the friends. But it's like, and Tucker's giving her the sweet talk. You are. I just want to tell you, Rubina, you are the most beautiful person I've ever met, inside and out. And she's like, So they're having like a sweet moment for people who are like, really into the Tubina. They have some nice moments. He's told her that, maybe her game would be better. He would sacrifice himself. And she's like, I just don't want to feel like a number, Tucker. I don't want to feel like a number to you. He's like, that's why I fucking hate this game, dog. You're not a number to me. You're the only, Ziggy number one, and then you're the second important thing to me. You're the only thing that matters in this house, dog. I don't need this money. I own an apartment in New York City. So Tucker is now saying, it's, this is the season of $750,000. Oh my God, I had that for breakfast. That's what? Now, granted, I do think they should up the prize money to a hot mill because, Survivor, and this is a long ass game. But $750,000, I understand after taxes and all the bullshit, but it's still a lot of money for summer work. Okay, to most people. And Tucker's like, I own a house in New York City. And I'm thinking, damn. So on the members, we were kind of, and maybe Sonora, again, I don't want to put you on the spot being Tucker's real life friend, but, and not that you talk about this, but, one question, does he own an apartment in NYC? 2, how? Because someone said he lives in Brooklyn, in Williamsburg, I think Steven was saying yesterday. And then we found out that some people were saying it's because of the modeling he did since he was young. And we found out that little Tucker was an Abercrombie model. I didn't know that. And allegedly he might have been on the Abercrombie bags. So that could be, enough money to put down. Okay. Thank you, Steven. Steven says Williamsburg, Brooklyn, he lives in, which, very expensive to own over on the Easty Coasties. So we have to find the Abercrombie bag. So maybe Tucker, he did say he was a successful model. He went over to I went to Milan, dog, for Calvin Klein. I was the only one at my agency to be called over for freaking Fashion Week or Day or whatever the freaking is in Milan, bro. I think we're feeling the Rubina. Alexandra says Rubina seems teenagerish, probably because when they're together, it's that early stages of love where we all kind of, that silliness where you resort back to like, oh my God, did you just fart on me? Stop it. Stop it. I mean, granted, I prefer people not to fart on me in the early stages, but that's kind of, they're flirting. So I could see how that comes off as like, because she's in love. Like she hasn't said it, but the girl's in love. Amy says Steven is on a mission now. Locate Tucker's Abercrombie. Well, okay. Frederick says if I Google his name, what's his last name? Tucker Abercrombie. Tucker. First name comes up as Tucker. Oh, Tucker de Lores or something. Okay. And I'm gonna go to my images, you guys. He's with DT Model Management. Oh my God. Model actor. Oh, there's an old picture of him. Okay, I'm gonna do Tuck and then I'm gonna do Abercrombie. Oh, that comes up. Abercrombie and Fitch. Oh, okay. Okay, Tuck. Okay, Tuck it. Abercrombie and Fitch is he in this? No. I mean, back in the day, I don't know if being an Abercrombie model is anything nowadays, but back in the day, if you were an Abercrombie model, it was like, oh dang, that was pretty big stuff. Okay, Abercrombie and Fitch. I'm gonna put bag in. Okay, Tucker, Abercrombie and Fitch, 2010. Oh my goodness. Okay, I gotta show you guys this. All right, let me find it here. We're just finding out stuff on the spot here. Let me stop this share and let me present instead. Well, let me bring this over. Apologies. Oops. And I'm hearing myself somewhere. Stop. You don't want to listen to me, except for right now. Please listen to me. Okay. Let's find the Abercrombie here. This is he looks like a baby here with this Abercrombie post. All right. Here we go. One more time. Everybody's feeling fine. Okay, so here he is. Here's Tucker. There's an Abercrombie, and this is ANF models. Tucker for Abercrombie in 2010. All right, so he's 30 now. So he was young in 2010. And they're asking about his experience. And Tucker was featured in Abercrombie & Fitch and Hollister's campaigns in 2010. Below is his interview on his experience. How did you start modeling for Abercrombie & Fitch? He says, hi, I was scouted in Provincetown, Massachusetts by two of Bruce Weber's scouts for A&F with my brother. After shooting with Bruce for Kids Wear, that's creepy, International, and getting signed with Dynasty Models in Boston, I worked the Abercrombie & Fitch shoot in 2010. I believe it was. There's one other picture from that shoot, but it was for Hollister. So I think you have the Abercrombie & Fitch ones. What do you recall from your experience? Ooh, such riveting questions. I went to Santa Barbara, California, along with some other 50 models, and we spent 3 to 4 days shooting. We rode in dune buggies on the beach. I drove an old school Thunderbird car. I love old cars, so that was super cool. I always say to thy own self be true. No, he didn't say that. And shot under some train tracks and played foosball. It was amazing. Do you have anything to say to your fans? He says, for my fans, I just want to say thank you for always being so supportive and for choosing to join me on my little experiences and travels. It means the world to me, dog. Love you all. Thank you. And then thank you, Tucker. Okay, that was, wow. What an interview. Okay, so that's one of the photos. There's got to be a better photo, right? Like a photo of him on the Abercrombie and Fitch bag. Okay, this is the last I'm going to look, and then we're just going to move on.org because he says he owns a place. Then he owns a place. Was he on Vogue? No, he wasn't on Vogue. Oh, here we go. Here's another Abercrombie and Fitch. And he looks to be a foosball player. He's playing the foosball, the footballs. Okay, he's in his Dawson's Creek era. Oh, geez, these guys, they really had them pull down their pants very far, Abercrombie. And isn't there, I think I started watching a documentary about how they, like, Abercrombie was very pervy about their models, how they sold their product. Okay, 900 of you here. Smash the like if you haven't already, please, and thank you. Okay. So this is not Tucker, but apparently Tucker's here. Okay, so we have all the Tucker and Ziggy. Nope. No, here's Tucker. Here you go, football Tucker. This is on the Fashionista with the Abercrombie and Fitch shirt, holding the football. And that's that about that. So these are the two images I could find. Is him, the previous one and this one. So way to go, Tucker Abercrombie. So maybe that's how he's got all the dirty cash. I want you, dirty cash. I need you. Savannah, yes, don't forget to hit that like. Don't forget to hit that like. All right. So back to present day. Tucker inside the Big Brother house. Tucker is saying, you know, I'm already a legend. I don't need this money. I own an apartment in freaking New York City. This money is the least. I don't care. I put other people before me. I just want to see my dog. But Rubina, you are beautiful inside and out. You are the most beautiful person I've ever met in my life. And if we work out outside of this house, awesome. I just don't want to, no pressure. And if we don't work out, we'll be best friends. She's like, So, this is a battle. This is a battle Rubina is going through in the house of game versus showmance, showmance versus game. I would argue you can have both, but you definitely got to be ready to cut up. But Rubina feels as though, she hasn't felt this way in a long time. She met arguably, possibly her person. So feelings are starting to arise. Tucker's acting like, acting. I don't know. I don't know if he really likes her. They might really like each other. Why not? I'm trying to be positive here. But for her game, I wish probably that, she wouldn't have got involved. But hey, this is what's going on. Rubina, run. The tiny helmet sends me as well. Every single time. Yeah, Rubina is an Aquarius like me. That's why I have a soft spot for Rubina. She's good vibes. Okay. And if Rubina is the true Aquarius, have no fear. If he wrongs her, she will ghost him so fast and never talk to him again. You will be dead to me. Okay. That's how us Aquarius work. We love hard. We trust hard. We keep our circles small. But once you've wronged us, you are dead and buried, and I don't need to mourn. It's over. It never existed, actually. It never happened. And that's how we roll. This morning, they were even, cuddling. He was asking her about her tattoos. What does that tattoo mean, dog? And she's like, oh, this one, it's like vibes on vibes on vibes and tribes on tribes on tribes. And yeah, just like the world and like movement and roller skates. And he's like, wow, dog, that's amazing. I love my friend used to be the head of roller skating. So it's a whole thing. Okay. So he's going to be walking a thin line with the Aquarius. So, yeah, we'll drop you in a second. That's how we roll. Now I know it depends on where her planet or her moons and her suns and her stars are in, but that's what's going on. Hello. Speaking of planets, hi, Planet Cranny says, hello, Jolene. Hello, Lazy Boo says, truth. Ray says, he's going to dump her after the show ends. I mean, I don't know. I feel like he kind of soft launched this, but, my intuition's telling me it won't last. That's where my intuition's at. I think, that's where I'm at. Now, if they stay in the house longer and I'm proven wrong, God bless. But I think they might, he's 30, she's 35. That's not a big difference. I'm 4 years older than my husband, NBD. But I don't know if he's ready maybe for what she seems to be ready for. But again, if he wrongs her, she'll be dead. Because your intuition is accurate. That's just what my intuition's saying. But I hope the best for them. Okay. And I think that is, like G is saying, I think Rubina knows that too. And that's what she's battling. And she's also battling this, like, am I good enough for this guy? Oh, girl, you could find another Tucker. You could find you're great. There's no issue with you. Even Tucker thinks you're great. Okay. Oh no, Sonora says, I can't get enough words out here to defend my friend. No worries. No, I don't think Tucker is a bad person, but I think once you probably leave this house and once all these opportunities happen, she's going to have opportunities, he's going to have opportunities, and we've seen this happen before, but maybe they'll make it work. Maybe these crazy kids will make it work, but I just have a very special place in my heart for Rubina because she's an Aquarius like me. And I think she's a sweetie, wipe the seedy. And I wish the best for her, but I felt bad that she was questioning whether she's good enough for him. Girl, you are, no offense to Tucker, but I think Rubina's the prize, in my opinion. That's my opinion. Okay. Oh, really? Planet Cranny. I love when we get the family in here. Well, welcome, Planet Cranny. We love your sister. She's fantastic. She's a fantastic Aquarius, like the rest of us. And I would love to hear your thoughts. This must be crazy, watching your sister play this game and be in a showmance. That would be crazy for me. Planet Cranny says, thanks, Joseph. She's quite a character. She's been like this since she's an Aquarius through and through. She roller skates. She's thinking outside the box. She's good vibes. I mean, she said she was going to come in the game and be the big sister on Big Brother. And she really is. She's very kind, very loving, very loyal. I can see that about her because, hello, me too. Hashtag me too sometimes. Hashtag me too sometimes. I do have some other signs in my chart. Maybe a little Scorpio. So we'll see. But yeah, she's darling. You can tell by her style. All the things. She's Aquarius. But I am biased. I am very biased. Okay. You got her into roller skating? Well, God bless. I love roller skating. But I am not good at roller skating. I saw Rubina was in a what is it? Kelly and I think it was a Jason Mraz thing on Kelly and her husband's show, but it used to be Kelly and not Ryan Murphy. What's the little guy? The little guy's name? The American Idol little guy? Anyways, she was roller skating with Jason Mraz. A lot of people learned during the pandemic, especially in LA. I remember a lot of my friends picked up roller skating. So I love that you guys learned that during the Panakuchen. Well, welcome. Enjoy the chat. Everyone be very kind to Rubina's sister, because any family that comes in the chat, no attacking any family. Okay. Because it must be so weird to watch your family members on the show and on the live feeds and be placed under harsh judgment by all of us. But yeah, ultimately it's all for jokes, all parody, but I think that I do, worry that after, the show, we'll see what happens. But that's just the 44-year-old lady in me going, be careful, girl. Be careful. D. Matina says, Jason's video, Kelly and Mark, but it was the guy from American Idol. Yeah. So Mark Consuelos, that's her husband, right? Kelly Ripa. And then whatever the guy, what the hell is his name? He's a very famous little guy. He's on the radio, isn't he? I forgot. Anyway, so yeah, we got a real friend of Tucker's and a real sister of Rubina. So, Ryan, what's his last name? Why can't I think of Ryan? Seacrest. Oh my gosh. That took way too long. Way too long. Okay. So, back to the live feed spoilers. So we have, we have Angela now realizing, what did I do? We have MJ and Leah, seemingly like, they're like, let's get Tucker. Let's do something. But it's like, okay, but we gotta make moves. And where it stands right now, there's going to be a girls' night tonight. So maybe moves can be made. I know MJ has been planting seeds to Rubina about the girls thing. Rubina talked to T-Core. So, we'll see what happens with that. But MJ and Leah, you gotta wake it up a little bit more. But I think they're finally starting to go, wait a minute, everybody here is aligned and nobody's asking me. And Leah has a lot of pull on Joseph and Quinn, so it makes sense why Tucker would want to get rid of Leah, amongst other things that he doesn't like Leah for. And Joseph, I would say, is targeting Rubina in a lot of ways, because Rubina is ultimately the number one threat to Joseph having his perfect final two with Tucker. Okay. And speaking of Joseph, I hate to do this to you guys, but we got to talk about everything. We got to talk about everything. Okay. Joseph was in, this is going to be a trigger warning for anybody. We're just going to do a Rennie trigger warning.
You better not!
I better. Okay. Joseph was in isolation. He had to do his 24-hour or whatever isolation. And he was in a room similar to Miss Felicia. Remember last season, Miss Felicia? But I think they did a little better on the room. Last year, they were like, Miss Felicia, you're just going to go in your room. We're not going to do anything special to it. We're just going to throw a poop tent in there and some bread. Good luck. And she was like, okay. And so Joseph is, he's in isolation. He comes out to all this like ruckus, Angela's blowing up 6th Avenue and Tucker and wanting to go after Tucker. And they want to put Leah as a replacement nominee. And, he's getting up to date with everything that's going on. And he's taking a shower. He had a lot of conversation with Quinn. Joseph loves to talk about, I've been throwing a lot. He told Cam, I've been throwing competitions. It's like, sir, that's not a Dr. Will thing. Don't tell him. Don't tell people. Wait a little bit. That's maybe something you want to say in a goodbye message, or when someone's on their way out, when they're going to jury, so they can remember. And then when if you get to the end and you get to plead your case in the final two, you can go, here's how I played. Okay. I had the big competition threat being Tucker. Yeah, Tucker was here. And I let Tucker win everything and get his hands dirty. And then I was pulling the strings. I was the brains, he was the brawn. So give me the money. But instead, Joseph likes to just talk about, how much he loves Dr. Will and how great his game is. And I'm like, oh, Joseph's. So he was taking a shower. And he decides to tell Cam, you want to know what I did when I was in the tent? So they give him the little tent, so they have a potty. Okay, there'll be a little poop tent for a little privacy. Apparently, that is the only place in Big Brother, I believe, where there's no camera. So Joseph kept very busy, you guys. Okay, Joseph whacked his wiener in the poop tent. Joseph unearthed his own pleasure from his own pleasure chest. Joseph choked his chicken till his chicken was dead. Yes. And he decided to tell Cam. And Cam was like, oh, I knew it. I knew you did. And they were having like a bro out moment over touch, because a lot of the house guests, I imagine, there's cameras everywhere, and to be respectful and not nasty, you probably, unless, maybe you're like, I'm on OnlyFans, doesn't matter. And then you're just, tugging one off. So he was tugging it in the tent. And then, he's been holding it in, and you would think he'd have like post-nut clarity or whatever. Nope. Still following Leah around, still, making mistakes in his own game. Obviously, nobody in this game it's not a season of, great game players. It's very entertaining, and some players are making some good moves, but it's not like, wow, this one player is really standing out. That's not how it is. So Cam then asks him, what did you do with it after you tugged it in the tent? I'm sorry, what, Cam? Why do we need to know? He wanted to know what he did with all the babies he released from his peen during his tent tugging. That's what Cam's question was. Joseph's like, okay. Don't say keep it. Don't say keep it. Okay. Don't say put it in my pocket. Kleenexes? I did Kleenexes. And Cam's like, okay. So Joseph is in the most successful showmance in the house with his hand. Yes, Ray. Joseph's now in a showmance with the tent. So that tent production, you must burn it. You must burn it and sacrifice it. You must call upon some Wiccan powers to come bless the space, burn the tent, burn it all down, burn the entire Big Brother house down. Nasty.
Who is she? Who is she? Who is she? Where did you find her?
Well, she's obviously very horned up. Okay. He's obviously very horned up. Okay. He didn't pull a Jared Frederick. Good reference. Put it in a dryer sheet for Jared. Clean that up a little bit. We need the Sari sound effect. Clean that up a little bit. We're gonna clean that up a little bit. Okay. But when he said I put it in a Kleenex, I was like, I think Joseph strikes me as someone he did something a little more devious with it.
To look at
You're
it by
lying. I feel like he was lying. I don't know. Again, it got my spidey senses tingling, and that didn't sound good. But you know what I mean? I didn't believe him. It reminded me of Franzel.
This is the hardest thing I've ever had to do. I vote to evict Ian.
This is the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Get rid of my own jizz. So I don't know. I'm not saying he strikes me as a guy who might make dolls out of human hair, but maybe. Okay? Yazzie? All right. So, yeah. I'm sorry. I have to break it to you. It's an important live feed update. Will this post nut clarity help Joseph's game? We'll have to wait and see. So far, I don't think so. Because he's going around the house. You have Tucker on the block right now. Okay. As much as I don't want Tucker to leave for entertainment purposes, if I'm in that house and I have a chance to take Tucker out and he doesn't win AI Arena, I'm voting his ass out. Okay. Joseph's like, I don't think we should take Tucker out because I just don't think he's like, we could beat him at the end. He's like so beatable. Huh? Okay. Famous last words. Someone in the members only made the point of Jag. You can't let these comp beasts sneak all the way to the end. So, and Quinn agrees. I'm like, Quinn, what? Quinn's like, he had Cam talk. He talked to the camera, not Cam on the show, but the cameras. And he was like, I'm not even worried about Tucker because I'm going to win HOH next week. And then I'm going to take Tucker out. Okay. Well, here's it's going to be difficult with AI Arena as long as AI Arena is present to get rid of Tucker. And if you have a chance and he's still on the block after AI Arena and you guys don't take him out, you deserve everything coming to you. I hope Tucker wipes you all out because this is the dumbest thing. And the fact that Quinn, you haven't what has Quinn, am I just being too judgy? What has Quinn successfully pulled off? I mean, he's still in the game. Okay. Tucker did take him off the block. Okay. But I think that says more about Tucker than it does Quinn. Jim says Quinn literally won one competition all season against one other person. Lisa says Joseph doesn't seem to understand that he will get you and everyone else out to get to the end. But Joseph feels nope. He feels like, he's my bestie. He's my bestie for the resty. Okay. So yes, D says, if they pull that mess with Tucker and bring him back, I quit. D Matina is going to quit. Natalie says Joseph will flip when he has a chance, I think. Well, hopefully for his own game, he does. At this point, he's just saving Tucker. They have their final two. So it's like, okay, I guess Joseph, but Quinn, are you kidding me? They're planted by Kyle. Good point. He did almost win the wall comp, but then I would argue he's an actual climber who does this stuff regularly. And he was beat by Tucker and he was still beat by Tucker. More reason he thought that was his comp to win. He did very well in it, but he still lost to Tucker. And Tucker has proven that he's not just a one-trick pony. He can win lots of different types of competitions. So Sonora says Tucker will flip too if they bring him back in the event he's evicted. Well, hopefully, because those are fun. Flips are fun. Silly Goose says unearned confidence in Joseph and Quinn. Like, what? Yeah, exactly. What? Why are you so confident? And I wish I could give a little bit of their confidence to like T-Core, Rubina, and Kimo. Just like a little bit of their confidence and take a little bit away from Joseph and Quinn. They would play better. And then a little bit of confidence to Rubina, T-Core, and Quinn. And I think we could balance the Big Brother universe. But what fun would that be? You know, Goldilocks Theory says, yeah, second place is not winning. It really is not. So that's where we're at, you guys, with live feed spoilers. Right now, we are seeing a push. Cam is, he's very quiet. People have compared him to furniture. There's that meme going around like there's an earthquake and it's Cam's, Big Brother headshot smiling. The house is on fire. Cam. He's just a calm man. He's a very nice man, but people have been waiting for him to kind of play the game. And we saw that early on, he didn't like the lying and stuff. So he's like, I can't do that. Well, Cam is starting to put pieces together, figure stuff out in the game. And it sounds like him and Chelsea are making moves. They were even talking on the live feed, strategizing early in the morning when the lights were still out in the floating rock room, and then they turned the lights on them. So don't count Cam out yet. All right. They're talking, about this, forming and moving and making moves for this other side of the house. And they definitely have their sights set on Tucker. So we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, they called Casey furniture too. But we've seen that furniture can win this game. Furniture can definitely win this game. Yes, 41 likes to 400. We have 878 people here now. Please hit that like. We've gotten up to well over 900. Thank you guys so much for riding with me on another chaotic live feed update with me, Jolene. Thank you to all my super chatters today. I think I missed a couple here. Schooly Inspo, thank you so much. Says Joseph. Angela's like Joseph. Planet Cranny, thank you so much for the super chat. Your recaps are the best. XO Rubina, thank you so much. That is so sweet of you. And thank you for joining, and come back every day. Join us, Planet Cranny. Join us. Find me on Instagram. Let's be friends. I love watching your sister and Aquariuses have to have each other's back. Okay. So we had some fun. Ride with me. Oh God. I don't miss the person who made me say ride with me for BB. What was it? BB 24. But I do miss saying ride with me. Or no, it was Cam. I was thinking it was Daniel Tiger. Ride along. So, oh, Yazzie, you're so sweet. I appreciate that. You all are making my world a better place, because if I was here just screaming my Big Brother thoughts into nothingness, it wouldn't be that fun. So shout out to all my super chatters today and new members: Laura, Ramona, Messy is Bessie, Pamela B, Ezra, Schooly Inspo, and Planet Cranny. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to smash that like on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to join us on our Monday members only, Patreon only, H of H live streams, you can join the YouTube membership, which my mods, I'm sure they've dropped this live in the link, but it's also in the description of this video as well. And, or my Patreon, which is also in the description of this video. Make sure you follow me on social media at Joleen Lunzer on Instagram, TikTok, and the Twitter, because it'll never be X to me. You're all my beautiful little pumpkin spice babies. And I will see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific for more Big Brother live feed spoilers. Until then, enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Bye.